Hey y'all. Jace, you wanna say hey to the people? Say hey. Say how y'all doing? Yeah, buddy, booty whoop. Oh goodness. This is if y'all follow our story, y'all know that Jace has very bad GERD, so today is a bad day. Not a bad day like for him per se, a bad day for his GERD. So yeah, he's pretty messy. So if y'all see it, just know that's what it is, and don't pay any big mind to it. But anyway, he's in a very good mood, and today is our hair day. Yeah, today is our hair day. Today's our hair day. But while we're doing our hair, we're gonna tell y'all a little story. So, this is the story about how I got scammed trying to get a new vehicle for myself and for my son. So, essentially, an accessible vehicle, right? Because, as you all know, he is wheelchair bound. So, back in June, well, let me start with this. We do have an accessible vehicle as it is. However, it is an older vehicle. We were blessed with this some years ago from this family whose daughter had passed away. And so they no longer needed it, and they were selling it at a very, very good price. So when I tell you that this vehicle we have now has been a tremendous blessing, it came along at a time when I was getting to the point where I could not consistently lift Jace in and out of the car. And then about 6 months before that, somebody had just ran into the back of me. So we didn't even have a vehicle at that time. We were sharing a car with my dad because I had yet to find something that was, good for us. And then, like I said, truly a blessing. Truly a blessing. So what we have is a 2012 Honda Odyssey, wheelchair accessible, but it is a 2012, and y'all know vehicles do not last forever. It has almost 200 miles on it, and so we've been having problems with it. I think maybe 2 years ago, the whole door fell off while we were downtown, and I literally had to leave my vehicle in the garage downtown with the door off before, we could get it fixed, because it was like Thanksgiving weekend too. And yeah, so that was kind of bad. And then, but it all started with problems with the ramp. And so here where we live, we just don't have places that work on those ramps. And so it was difficult trying to get it fixed. I tried like numerous times. I think the one place we do have here, they work on a certain type of ramp, so I'll say this, there are like two major brands, like Braun Ability, that's one major brand, and then VMI, which is what we have as far as the type of ramps. And here, the only dealer that we have here is a Braun Ability. They don't do VMI. And so for them to work on my van was costing me even more. And then they didn't have necessarily the right parts and things to fix it. So anyways, they were doing the best they could, but the ramp never was completely fixed. So the door would malfunction whenever you want it. So that's kind of just been where we have been for the last couple, kind of 2 years. And the ramp would malfunction as well. Like sometimes it wouldn't let out, or it'll let out and go back in, and you have to manipulate it or do it manually. And so not too big of an issue where you're gonna say, okay, time to get rid of this car, or this piece of trash. Because baby, no, it still allowed me to just push Jace up in that car without having to lift him. And so yeah, it was just a blessing. But anyways, fast forward to last month in June. We had driven down to Alabama, and my whole car stopped on us. And when I say stopped, I mean stopped. It wasn't like a battery, the engine. It was the whole alternator. And I was so glad that it happened while we were there and not while we were traveling there. So I think this was actually our second day there, and we had stopped to get something to eat, literally like 3 minutes away from the hotel we were staying in. And it was myself, Jace, of course, and then another young lady, and two of our teens from my church. You remember that day, Jace? Yeah. So we were out of town for a church event, okay? So yeah, so it was all of us, and we had stopped to get something to eat. And so the other young lady and her daughter had gone in to the restaurant to get the food, while the rest of us sat in the car and waited. And it was like no sooner than they had gone in, the whole sky just opened up. Like the bottom just fell out. Like when I tell you it was raining cats and dogs, it was just like, I don't know. It was something else. Yeah, that downpour was something else, and it just came in like a thief in the night. It just came in so swift. So I ended up calling the young lady and told her to let me know when they were finished, right? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to grab a brush. And so I said, let me know when y'all are ready to come back out, and then I'll drive around to get you all, because it's pouring down. Even an umbrella ain't gonna do nothing for all of this. And so she said okay. And no sooner as I said that and hung up with her, my car started going funky. Like the lights started going in and out. Because mind you, it's June, so we're sitting there. The car is still going, right? Yeah. So the lights started going in and out. And then what else started happening? Oh, the thing on the dashboard where it tells you, like, let's say your check engine light, or your check battery light, like all of that just started going off. And it was just going off like it was going through the whole gamut. Like whatever is up there, it was going through it one by one. And then like the screen is, when I say it was flickering, it was going in and out. And then in a matter of seconds, everything just went off. And I was like, what is happening right now, right? So long story short, y'all, that happened. Again, it was a church event, so we were up there with other church members. My dad was one of them, So he was able to come and get everybody else, but nobody had a wheelchair accessible vehicle except me. And so luckily they did have my dad keeps a car seat in their car for Jay. But as far as his wheelchair, we literally just had to have it sticking out the back of the trunk while it was raining. And hope that, and we didn't have anything to tie it down because, mind you, it's not like we had prepared for this, right? So, but again, we were just 3 minutes away from the hotel. So he said he drove really slow. I don't know because I had to stay with the car. And anyways, they made it back to the hotel safe and sound. And I had to find somebody to fix my car while I was down there or whatever. So that happened, right? And that's a whole nother story. But I really want to get to the scam of it all. So I don't know how long these videos can be, but we are at 11 minutes, so I think I better start a new video so you guys can make sure you can hear the whole story. But that's the background, okay, of how we got started looking for a new car, because at this point my dad was kind of on me like, you need to be trying to find you a new car. The car almost has 200 miles. It's 2012. I know you don't want to, because mind you, I don't have a car note anymore. Like I paid that car off a few years ago, and I've been loving not having a car note, right? So anyways, but yeah, so he was just kind of on me because he, when it comes to this little guy right here, whew, he does not play. So yeah, so he was on me. I don't want anything to happen to y'all while y'all are out. So yeah, that's the backstory how I got started looking for a car. I'll be back with a part 2.